Hey everyone, Nick Apicella with ResoNix Sound Solutions here for another competitor spotlight video. This time on Angie Landis. Angie, tell me more about yourself and what you got here and what we're doing here.
Okay, my name's Angie. I've been competing about 2 years with this car.
What car is it?
This is a 2020 Toyota Avalon.
Okay, and you have a pretty interesting and very beautiful setup here.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit more about this?
Okay, so I have three Audio Frog 12s.
Okay.
And then we have one C1 Helix amp pushing all three. And then I have the other two amps, one for the left side, one for the right side, doing the front.
C4s?
The front.
The Helix C4 amplifiers?
Yes.
Those are really, I've used them before, very good amplifiers.
Yes, they sound very nice.
Sealed enclosure for the subs?
Sealed enclosure.
So who did this install? Because this looks beautiful.
OTS Audio.
Where are they based out of?
Oldsmar, Florida.
Oldsmar, Florida. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So, you know, did you always have this install in the trunk, or did you kind of progress to this, or?
No, I started off with this. I dropped it off and I said, make it look pretty.
Okay, so Angie's after something very pretty. And
I like it blingy.
She got it. So, someone wanted me to ask you, how many miles have you driven this year to compete?
Probably about 35,000.
35,000 miles this year?
Yeah, so I bought this car 2.5 years ago. It had 2,500 miles.
Wow.
And I've got 83,000.
And that's
now.
Most of it is driving in competition and stuff?
All of it is driving in competitions because I work from home.
Wow. So what inspires you to do that? What inspires you to drive that far? And
I love it. I love coming out and hanging out with all these folks and meeting people from all over the United States. We all have this audio bug. When I try to talk this to normal people, they don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I love coming here and hanging out with everybody and the camaraderie. It's just wonderful. And
cool.
then even at home, we're always talking on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, we're always keeping up with each other.
It's a really supportive community, and I like it.
I usually ask this towards the end of the video, but I guess I'll ask it now. Anyone that's watching this who might be interested in coming out to one of these events, whether competing or spectating, you know, just checking it out, you know, what would you tell them? Like, you know, what kind of reasons would you give them to come here, or how would you explain it might be different than they originally thought it might be?
Different than what?
Different, like maybe their perception of what car audio competition is.
Oh, okay. So most people think the car audio competition would be what you hear at the lights, all that bass taking over everything and everything rattling. And when you come to a show like this and listen to a car like this, it's like a recording studio. You have all the frequencies present, but none of them's taking over.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice experience for your ears and your body because you feel it.
Yeah. And for someone who might be interested in getting into sound quality competition or anything of that sort, you know, what would you recommend to them? Like coming out to one of these shows and just talking to people, listening to people?
Yes.
You know, and I know, Angie, you're always open for demos.
Yes.
You're the nicest person out here, probably.
Well, thank you. Yeah, come to shows. If you see trunks closed, ask them to open so you can see their setup, and definitely ask people for demos.
Cool.
Each car, you could have two Avalons sitting here and they're going to sound totally different because it's all about how it's tuned and
how it's all implemented,
set up and everything. So it's always an experience.
You got a nice presentation here. What is going on? What is all of this for?
Just to show, you know, spectators mainly.
So people who are here to hang out and, you know.
Yeah, just to show them what all is in the system and then how it's put together, you know, and the judges can look at it for install also, but mainly I think it's cool for people that are spectating.
Cool.
Yeah. So
why don't we head towards the front? I'll go on the driver's side, you go on the passenger side, and we'll see what's going on up here. All right. So, yeah, you said it was pretty stock, and it looks pretty stock.
The only thing is we had tweeters that come from the factory firing this way in here.
So you filled these in and rewrapped them or something? Or this is another factory one?
I just bought a Toyota factory one.
That didn't come with the tweeter?
Yeah, and then we put these here, which made my sound stage get pretty wide.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you found doing tweeters in the sails, moving them from the pillars to the sails, increase width for you?
Yes.
Cool. So what else do you have going on up here?
Audio Frog 8s in the doors.
The GS8s?
GS8,
Cool.
ND2, and then 2.5s in the factory spot up here.
Okay. What are those, the GB25?
Yes.
And then the GB10s, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
And that's
it. It's factory. We have the adapter that
Pack Audio.
Pack Pro. Yeah.
The Amp Pro, yeah.
Yeah.
I've used them before. They
Yeah.
work very well.
Uh-huh.
So let me ask you, has the system always been, like, is there any changes in this past year, or it's always been like this for the 2 years?
No. So last year we did these tweeters, and I have an appointment next week at OTS. It's going in for more changes up here.
What are you going to do? Or is that a secret?
It's a secret.
Oh,
we
come
have to
on.
keep secrets. I love to tell everybody, but people tell me not to do that.
Okay.
I would love to tell you, but I would probably
You're going to get yelled at.
Yeah.
No one
Not
yells
yelled
at.
at,
But everyone's going to give you crap about it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what...
I have a very big mouth. I get in trouble sometimes.
So I guess let me ask you, what was the biggest upgrade you made to the car in the past year, or maybe like a learning moment, like an aha, like that was a nice change that you figured out with the car to take it to the next level in the past year?
It would be the tweeters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Getting more width out of it?
Yeah.
Was that like a common thing you got on the cars? Like you have a pretty narrow stage or something, or not even that, you just
wanted it
better
and
cool.
So I have a team of people. It's not just me, a really supportive team, OTS and Jeff Smith, and that's what they come up with, and so we did it.
Cool. Now, what kind of advice would you give to anyone who is watching this, maybe about upgrading their car in a way that keeps it factory like yours? It's a difficult question, right?
Use a lot of sound deadening.
There you go.
Lots of sound deadening, especially in the doors.
Yeah. And
get a good shop and good people to work with, and make sure if you're going for competition, make sure they're into competition, because not every shop, they'll just put it in there.
A lot of shops just don't get it.
No, and most people think that it's all about the bass, so you got to get the right shop.
Cool. And it looks like OTS Audio down in Florida is really doing a good job for you, because I'm hearing a lot of good things about this car.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some good things.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And Angie, I think that wraps it up for us. So any thank yous for anyone?
Thank you for you.
Not for me.
For interviewing me, and thank you for Jeff Smith for helping me, and OTS Audio and all the competitors, because I talk to people that's been doing this for years, and they give me advice, and Mark Eldridge, going to those seminars, I learn so much every time I go.
Cool.
So just everybody in the community is just awesome, and I'm having a really good time.
Cool. Well, thank you, Angie. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me, and good luck this weekend. I hope to see you up on that stage.
Cool deal. Thank you. I
Have a good one.
appreciate it.